Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody? It's great to be here, and I'd like to say that I more than anything else, I appreciate the guidance of Ms. Yvonne Medley. More than anything else, just coming in the room, virtually everyone in here has some connection to this wonderful woman and her work. I consider myself one of her disciples in many ways. The book, Evolutionary Actuality, is a result of her prompting. It's an idea, a concept that I established nearly a decade ago. When I started initially, the concept itself of evolutionary actuality was something that I began with approximately 10 pages of work. During the course of time, that 10 pages stood and stood. Then around 2009, 2010, it became an obsession of mine to complete this work. And literally, and my son is here to attest, for a period between 2009, 2010 to the end of 2012, I completed this work. And that meant literally, if I was writing a paragraph that evening when I got home, I would complete that paragraph. Now, never mind, I would reread what I actually wrote, and it wouldn't make any sense to me at all, depending on how I felt that day. But the point was, I made it a goal to complete this work. And at the end of the day, I did complete this work. I'm very proud of this work, my very first publication. It is self-published. I had it published through Ex Libris, which is a self-publishing company. And that's a story in and of itself, and I'm certainly willing to talk to anyone that's interested in going through the process of publishing a book, because it is a journey more than anything else, and I recognize more than anything else, the key to really moving your book forward is obviously your own internal energy, but even beyond that, having a publicist that can assist you in moving your book forward. Now, this book is not about domestic violence per se. And again, this is Ms. Yvonne Medley in her position of always encouraging more than anything else, because the book is not about domestic violence. What it is about is dealing with the issues of poverty and how it impacts nations throughout the world. And the whole goal of this book is to establish an actual society that eradicates poverty. Now, that's a tall measure, and I attempt to make the case through several chapters dealing with issues associated with how poverty limits the possibilities of a society. What I try to create is what I call the equity-based society, to deal with the many ramifications that exist and that create the whole idea of poverty and individuals that lack within a society. And so where I will connect this to the idea of domestic violence is, more than anything else, domestic violence is an example of how people cry out when they feel powerless, if you really think about it. Most people that are in the position of feeling that somehow there's some virtue in hitting another individual, hitting their spouse, more than anything else, that's a reflection of that person's lack of an understanding and a lack of the ability to recognize that they themselves, are limiting their own humanity. If you really think about it, anybody that's willing to hit their spouse, that is a reflection of turmoil within themselves. And it's generally a reflection of feeling that they are worthless, and more than anything else, that they lack power. And in this book, and I spend considerable time addressing these issues, because I believe as human beings, all of us, if given the opportunity, will achieve and will accomplish. I think more than anything else, I think education is the most common denominator. It reflects more than anything else what can create opportunities for all of our citizens. So when there's a lack of an opportunity for education, for an adequate education, we see disparities that exist amongst individuals within a society. And so I'd like to take this time again to let you know that I'm here because I support Yvonne Medley, the Life Journeys Writers Club, and the whole concept, because more than anything else, this is a grassroots attempt to provide a venue for any individual that feels an opportunity and the need to express themselves through prose. This is a great concept, and I want to let you know how much I appreciate it. And I want to get signed up because I'm hearing about these 44 individuals, and I'm not on the list. I want to be on the list.
Sign up today!
Consider it done, okay? But I'd like to close by saying, if you're thinking about writing a book, just do it. It's something that I think more than anything else creates a legacy for you. It is a legacy. It is an opportunity for you to maintain something that will be there eternally. And I'd like to close by saying my book can be purchased online. You can get it on Barnes & Noble and on Amazon.com, as well as through xlibris.com. So again, thank you all. I appreciate your time, and God bless you. Thank you.